They did not cry out to me with their heart, confirming what I was saying. They do not cry out to him. They cry out to a different one who they call Elohim, or God, really. They did not cry out to me in their heart when they wailed upon their beds. They think they are crying out to him, but they are actually crying out to a different one when they follow a false doctrine and invoke a different name. They did not cry out to me with their heart when they wailed upon their beds. They assembled together for grain and new wine. They rebel against me. Grain and the new wine, similar to the harvest, yet it shows that people, instead of preparing for the spiritual harvest, they prepare only for the physical harvest so that they can go and party and feast and get drunk and eat a lot. So they assembled together for grain and new wine, not for Yahweh, but for grain and new wine, to eat and to drink. And then it says they rebel against me. Others write they departed from me through that wine. And it's called new wine in the sense that Yahushua brought the old wine, the true wine. In this context, remember, because when I speak of the first and the last, I normally use old wine and new wine, because the last appears as new and in a body that is made in the end times, therefore new in regards to a body of 2,000 years ago. But in this context, it's talking about how they, through a new wine, depart from Yahweh. Therefore, that new wine is a new doctrine, as it is written that if anybody comes with a different doctrine than that which was taught by Yahushua and the apostles, that be anathema, or a curse. Let it be accursed. It is written, whoever appears with a different doctrine than that which is in scriptures. So even though the last appears in a new body with a new revelation, is all based in the true doctrine which is written in scriptures. So what is new is the fact that is understandable. I hope that's clear. When Yahushua came, he spoke. Not even his disciples understood. Then they would ask, and Yahushua would have to explain further. Then they received the Ruach. And then still they didn't understand everything, because they didn't understand that they still had 2,000 years to go, even though they had Hosea 6 to read. So the more time goes by, and well, for many reasons, at the end times will be the time when Yahweh would reveal the most. So the fact that that happens in this time appears to many to be something new, yet it is of old. But the false doctrine is new, even though it comes from Babylon. Is new in the sense that it appeared when time was created, while the true doctrine is eternal. So even in that sense is new, even if you say that it was created in Babel. But even though it was created in Babel, when Yahushua came 2,000 years ago, they adopted a bunch of truths from the scriptures, from Yahushua, and mixed them with lies. So therefore the actual false doctrine that they have followed during the apostasy is a new wine. And through that wine, through that false doctrine, they departed from Yahweh. And that is as the new wine of the great harlot of Babylon, which is actually idolatry once again. So the idolatry that they fall in through following false doctrines. And not only the idolatry of a crucifix or Mary, but also idolatry of money and many other things that people worship in this world, and even as Christians. They assembled together for grain and new wine. They rebel against me.